Thinking of living the expat dream in Buenos Aires? You've probably read a blog or Facebook post about how you can rent an apartment in Buenos Aires for 50% less than the United States. But what can your money really get you? Are those prices boots on the ground real or simply clickbait? Has Argentina's crazy inflation affected rents? What do those apartments even look like? And am I living in a battered down shoebox for that price? Are these neighborhoods even safe? Well, join me on this virtual tour and you'll get those questions answered as we explore the city's most sought-after neighborhoods and show you affordable yet desirable apartments that fit every budget. I'll even sprinkle in some insider tips to ensure you avoid common scams and overspend on rent. So stick around to discover how you can secure the ideal apartment in Buenos Aires while avoiding common pitfalls and those newbie just arrived surprises along the way. And if you need more real estate tips, comment below for access to our exclusive beginner's guide to renting an apartment in Buenos Aires. If you're ready to navigate the Buenos Aires rental apartment market like a local, leave a comment with the neighborhood you're most interested in, and I'll send you a link. For those that don't know me, I'm Marco Sison, and I'm thrilled to bring our community of 500,000 expats who visit Nomadic Fire's website another fact-filled video guide on our YouTube channel, where we bring you the best tips, tricks, and recommendations on how to live your best life abroad. NomadicFire.com brings you the best updated intelligence on expat life in different cities, countries overseas. With us, you get the unique perspective of having one source to compare, contrast, and capture life in retirement hotspots like Mexico, the Philippines, and Colombia. Hey expats, and welcome back to Nomadic Fire. If you're planning to move to Buenos Aires or just curious about housing in the city's most popular expat neighborhoods, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of several apartments, each nestled in the city's most sought-after neighborhoods of Palermo Soho, Palermo Hollywood, and Recoleta. I'll show you options from simple studios to spacious 3-bedroom apartments, and even better, this video tours 6 options ranging from modest studios to modern penthouse-style lofts with budgets ranging from $400 to $1,100 per month. So, whether you're here for practical advice or just to daydream a little, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more expat insights and adventures. Housing prices are going crazy around the world, and Buenos Aires is no exception. But even with the crazy inflation, you're going to be spending much less in Buenos Aires and get much more for your money. Finding the perfect apartment in a foreign city is no small feat. It's a bloody adventure. It's filled with ups and downs. I remember when I first moved here, the challenges were real. From navigating local rental contracts in a foreign language, to figuring out which neighborhood vibe fits your lifestyle, to learning the cheapest way to transfer thousands of dollars for rent. Next week's video, we'll talk about the essential rental tips and tricks to cover the most important things we wish we knew before renting an apartment in Buenos Aires. Some of the situations we encountered were wildly unbelievable. So, make sure to subscribe to our channel and be notified when the video comes out. But let's talk about housing costs for a second. Did you know that housing is typically the single most expensive thing you're going to spend money on living abroad? Housing typically makes up 30% of your monthly expenses. And housing prices are soaring in the US. The average studio apartment in a middle-cost city in the US is $1,500. And this is just average rent. Just a basic apartment in an okay-ish neighborhood. And that price doesn't include any utilities or furniture. Once you add on electric, water, internet, your total housing bill in the US is going to be nearly $2,000 a month for a simple studio. In this video, I'm going to show you examples of apartments where you would be paying much less than half that amount. If you're new to Buenos Aires and still need to know which neighborhood or barrio is right for you, check out our overview videos on Palermo and Recoleta neighborhoods to give you a feel of what is the best neighborhood for expats. You can check the links in the description box below to get the details. Buenos Aires is a massive capital city with countless housing options. Your living expenses can vary dramatically from neighborhood, amenities like pool, 24-hour security, or your choice of rental platform, be that Airbnb, directly through a landlord, or the real estate agent. Here's an insider tip on real estate agent commissions. Unlike apartment hunting in the US, where the owner pays the fee, you, as the renter, get to pay. And agents commonly charge a fee of 20% for every month of rent or 1 month for every 6 months of rent. But more on those kinds of tips next week. Today, we're going to focus on showing you 6 apartments in 2 iconic neighborhoods, Palermo and Recoleta. Let's start in Palermo, Soho, with this charming 2-story loft just a block away from the Metro Line D. This place offers convenience at your doorstep. Priced at $800 for long-term rent, it offers a compact and functional kitchen with a classic Buenos Aires setup, a gas stove that requires a match to light. The living room is a cozy couch and a big TV with all your streaming options. The dining area opens up to a balcony with views of a communal garden and pool. Upstairs, there's an office space with a spacious bedroom with a 2-meter king-size bed. It's even bigger than a king-size that you get back in the US. We've seen a lot of these big-size beds in our apartment hunt, and I have to admit, I love the extra space where you don't have to fight with your partner, wife, or girlfriend to find space to sleep. Behind the bedroom, you'll find a walk-in closet and a modern bathroom. The apartment has lots of light, which can be a game changer during the grayer, cloudy parts of the winter. The building includes 24-hour security, a rooftop barbecue area, and a communal laundry room, and even a small gym and sauna. But I have to admit, the gym equipment has seen better days. Next up, also in Palermo, Hollywood, is a larger 3-bedroom apartment going for just a smidgen over $1,000 via Airbnb. It's just around the corner from the metro stop and offers generous living spaces. Rent includes all utilities and gets you 3 bedrooms and one that functions as a spacious office, a living room, and 1.5 baths and a well-equipped kitchen. The kitchen is noticeably larger than the first apartment and has a door to separate the kitchen from the living room, which is great when you're cooking. I love the smoky smell of seared Argentina ribeye steaks, but I don't want my whole house to smell like charred meat for the next 2 days. The kitchen also includes luxury appliances like a dishwasher and a washing machine, which are oddly uncommon when we were searching for flats in Buenos Aires. Our first apartment had a common laundry room rather than a washing machine inside your own apartment, which is definitely not convenient. Much less the ick factor of fishing out someone else's underwear out of the washer because they left the laundry sitting for hours while you were waiting. Yes, I'm talking you, cat lady, in apartment 22C. While this apartment lacks 24-hour security in the pool, it still has an electronic secured gate access, and the trade-off is the sheer space and a gorgeous sunset view. Here's an insider tip. If you find an apartment on Airbnb, message the host directly and try to negotiate. Most hosts are willing to reduce the rent for long-term stays, especially during the slow season. Moving just slightly over, between the borders of Palermo Soho and Palermo Hollywood, we find a modern, brand new 1-bedroom apartment priced at $1,100 per month. The big living room area includes the kitchen. Sadly, the kitchen only has 2 electric burners, which is a big challenge for those who love cooking. However, the layout is smart and provides ample workspace. There is no washing machine in the unit, but there's a laundry room in the building. The big windows allow for lots of light, and the apartment itself is smaller than the 2 we viewed before, but makes up for it with a fantastic rooftop pool and gym with some great views of the city. I mean, look at that. Our 4th apartment is a studio disguised as a 1-bedroom in the listings. It's priced at $800. But here's another insider tip. Some landlords try to get a little tricky with misleading listings. For instance, what's often advertised as a 1-bedroom apartment might actually be a studio in disguise. Take this place that we're looking at right now. The clever use of the closet as a makeshift divider between the living area and the sleeping space is creative. It does give it a sense of separation, which might be appealing for some. However, those of us who prefer fully enclosed rooms, this setup is less than ideal. And then there's the kitchen. It's equipped with just 2 electric burners, and it's really, really basic. It's something to think about if you're someone who enjoys cooking or needs a little bit more space in the kitchen. There's a laundry room in the building and a small pool on the rooftop, perfect for a refreshing dip on those Buenos Aires evenings. Next up, let's do a charming spot in the heart of Recoleta, or so we thought. This apartment was listed at $750 a month, and it's newly renovated and sits in a beautiful historic building with jaw-dropping views that give credence to why Buenos Aires is sometimes dubbed the Paris of Latin America. Imagine sitting back and enjoying your morning coffee with this view. The place features a spacious 1-bedroom, a living room and a kitchen area, and a welcoming balcony. The kitchen is great for those people who love to cook. It's cooked with 4-burner on an induction oven and has a stove and a big fridge. There's air conditioning in every room and a washing machine right in the unit. There's even a handy extra table in the hallway, ideal for setting up your home office. The bedroom, with its generous 2-meter bed, which is 6 feet for us Americans, is again bigger than the king-size beds and promises a restful night's sleep. This flat is luxe urban living. One thing to note though, this apartment doesn't come with a pool. And while Recoleta is known for its elegant architecture and upscale vibe, pools are less common here than in the Palermo neighborhood. Here's another insider tip. Some realtors provide misleading locations for their apartment listings. We found that fun little twist out when we actually visited this Recoleta apartment and discovered the apartment was outside the traditional borders of Recoleta and actually in a neighborhood called Retiro. It seems it's a common trick in apartment listings. Realtors and landlords know that expats specifically search and pay more for apartments in Palermo, Hollywood, Soho, or Recoleta. So realtors will list any apartments that are just remotely near the borders of those neighborhoods as being actually in those neighborhoods. To avoid these little surprises, I recommend using our Buenos Aires neighborhood map on nomadicfire.com. The link is in the description box below. We built an interactive tool that allows you to see specifically what neighborhoods the apartments are actually located. It's a lifesaver for making sure you know exactly where you want to be and you can pay what you need to pay. Wrapping up our tour, we want to share with you a budget apartment. While it didn't work for our needs, I can see its appeal for expats looking for more affordable housing options in Buenos Aires. The flat is listed for under $400 and is still only a few blocks away from Fiesta de Colón on the border between Recoleta and Retiro. It offers a spacious and welcoming living and sleeping area along with a separate kitchen and bathroom, but they were undergoing some renovations and wall painting while we were actually viewing the apartment. A king-size bed is elevated loft style, and 2 guest beds can be brought in for storage if not needed, to free up the living area. The apartment offers a lot of natural light, and while it doesn't have 24-hour security or a pool, considering the price and the charm of living in one of Buenos Aires' most sought-after neighborhoods, it's a trade-off that might be worth it. That's a wrap for our tour. Buenos Aires is truly a city of endless possibilities. Whether you're on a budget for an apartment at $400 or stretching to luxury options above $2,000, the range here can accommodate any lifestyle. Next week's video, we're going to dive deep into the essential rental tips and tricks. I'll share everything I wish I had known before diving into the Buenos Aires rental market. Believe me, some of the situations we uncovered have really just blown my mind. It's crazy. I mean, there are mistakes I made that you don't want to repeat. So make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. You'll be one of the first to know when the new video goes live, packed with insights that can save you time, money, and stress. See you next week, and ciao from Argentina.